lives in Altamont Springs with his wife, Josie, and 2 daughters. He is a member of the Winter Park Toastmasters. He loves his Toastmaster family and works his life schedule around the Toastmasters when he can. Giving his first impromptu speech, please welcome Toastmaster Carelo At
the beach. When I was first asked if I would give a speech today, immediately a feeling of fear ran up my spine. And I was immediately inclined. The knee-jerk reaction was no, I can't do it, I'm not prepared. And then somebody said to me, you're always prepared, you always have life stories. So I was inspired by the loquacious sound of the beach machine, which brought some thoughts to my mind about the beach. And may I commend you on that meditation today. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I grew up in Queens, New York, and the beach we used to go to was Rockaway Beach. Are there any Ramones fans in the room? She knows what I'm talking about. I won't get into it for the rest of you. That's another speech. We used to go to Rockaway Beach. When I was a kid, we used to drive the car there, usually with no air conditioning, so it was a bit of a miserable ride. And we'd get to the beach, and New York City beaches are very much not like what Jasmine described a Jamaican beach to be like. You can't see your feet in 2 feet of water. You can't see anything under the water. It's murky, seaweed, jellyfish. There's really nothing to speak about, other than it being New York. Eventually, as I grew older, I used to take the train to the beach, the A train. And then I would ride my bike to the beach. It was about a 15, 16 mile ride, and there was always the risk of getting a flat tire. What would you do if you got a flat tire 10 miles away from home? Well, the answer is you'd walk. Your bike is next to you. Never happened to me, thank goodness. Now, as a child, we used to go to St. Croix for vacation. My dad's family lived in St. Croix. And I, too, like Jasmine, was spoiled by the beaches of St. Croix. And you could be in a boat in 30 feet of water and see a lobster crawling on the bottom. That's how clear this water is. You walk into the beach, walk into the water on the beach, and the water, you're hot. You want to go into some cool water. As you walk into this water, the water's 85 degrees. It's not cool. It's not cooling you off, but as you walk in, the water underneath, towards the bottom, is cool, so you cool off. But as you realize, there's fish swimming up to you. So if you've never experienced that, it is really something I recommend. Go to a tropical beach in the Caribbean or in Florida. I'm sure there's beaches like that in Florida as well. And experience that. I went to New York City, high school in New York City at Beach Channel High School, which was in Rockaway Beach. So when we cut class, we always had a cool place to go. Go to the beach. As an adult, after I got married, my wife's family is from the Dominican Republic. So now we go to vacation in the Dominican Republic, and I highly recommend this because it is very affordable. And the beaches there are beautiful. And there's this one beach in Sosua. How many people remember Gilligan's Island? Do you remember that little lagoon on Gilligan's Island? We'll just multiply that by about 100. And that's what Sosua Beach looks like. It's a huge semicircle with a coral reef out in the water, so there aren't any large waves. And if you sit on this beach, little fish swim up to your legs, and you can see through the water. It's crystal clear. And that sound is what you hear. Soft waves coming up on the beach. And if you close your eyes, while you're there, it'll probably bring you back to that meditative state you were at in the beginning of this meeting. What do you call that?
I'm sorry,
What is that called?
The machine?
Yeah,
It's just a drum with seeds in it.
that is really cool. I love that thing.
I brought the fish so we have temporary at the ocean.
Well, now my favorite beach is Sosua Beach. And when I think about a beach, when I think about a place I want to go, that's where I want to go. I've lived in Florida now about 9 years. And I know to some of you local Floridians, lifelong Floridians, it may be insulting to you to say, I still have not found a beach in Florida that inspires me. I've been to the East Coast. I've been to Sarasota. Somebody told me that was like their favorite beach. I wasn't inspired. I haven't been to the Keys yet,
No beach.
so I know,
Little beach.
well, if I go to the Keys, I'm sure I'll see clear water.
Yes.
That's one of my goals. See some different looking faces when I mention that. Okay, I'm from New York, so. Right now, my favorite beach is my pool in my backyard. Where the refrigerator is easily accessible, the beers are cheap, I can control the music, and there's no sand to get in my bathing suit. I'm a Toastmaster.